This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. The judge in the case in which Donald Trump has been indicted on 34 felony counts has placed a gag order on Donald Trump. I'll read a headline. I'm not going to read from the article yet, but I'm going to read from the request for the issuance of a protective order pursuant to criminal procedure law, blah, 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 restricting Donald Trump from publicly talking about some of the information in this lawsuit. It's a big deal. First, this will give you an overview of what we're talking about here, if the title and the description of the video didn't do it. Trump prohibited from posting evidence in hush money case to social media, judge rules. The judge largely sided with the request from the Manhattan District Attorney's Office about what Trump can publicly say about certain aspects of the case. This is a big deal because, one, it signals that these people understand fundamentally who Donald Trump is and the danger that he poses to the prosecutors, the danger that he poses to the jury, the danger that he poses largely and generally to the country. This is from court documents from May 4th. They're asking for, again, the issuance of a protective order pursuant to criminal procedure law 245.70, section 1, to restrict or defer and make such other orders as appropriate regarding the discovery and inspection of material and information otherwise discoverable pursuant to Article 245 of the Criminal Procedure Law, and in above captioned case, and for such other and further relief as the court may deem just and proper. Now, this is the 30-page document, but I've got all of it, but I'm going to read from page 2 and 3. This is the argument that they made, the overview. This is like if you're reading a scientific paper. This is the abstract of what they're saying. As other courts have recognized, and as set forth in more detail below, defendant Donald J. Trump, criminal defendant, someone indicted, accused of 34 felony counts, criminal defendant, has a long-standing and perhaps singular history of attacking witnesses, investigators, prosecutors, trial jurors, grand jurors, judges, and others involved in legal proceedings against him, putting those individuals and their families at considerable safety risk. So they've asked for a gag order of sorts, limiting what Donald Trump can put on social media, can talk about in interviews, which is a great thing because these people understand that Donald Trump has at his fingertips the ability to whip his mob into a frenzy, which we witnessed on January 6, 2021. They know the reality of the situation here. Now, I'm going to read from this NBC article. I've already read the headline. Here it is. The New York State judge presiding over the criminal hush money case against Donald Trump issued an order Monday restricting the former president from posting about some evidence in the case on social media. Judge Juan Merchan largely sided with the Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg by limiting what Trump can publicly disclose about new evidence and the prosecution before the case goes to trial. The order says that, quote, any materials and information provided by the people to the defense in accordance with their discovery obligations shall be used solely for the purposes of preparing a defense in this matter. Merchan's order said anyone with access to the evidence being turned over to Trump's team by state prosecutors, quote, shall not copy, disseminate, or disclose the material to third parties, including social media platforms, quote, without prior approval from the court. It also singles out Trump, saying he is allowed to review sensitive, limited dissemination materials from prosecutors only in the presence of his lawyers and shall not be permitted to copy, photograph, transcribe, or otherwise independently possess the limited dissemination materials. In addition, the order restricts Trump from reviewing forensic images of witness cell phones, although his lawyers can show him approved portions of the images after they get permission from the judge. This is because, as we witnessed during the House Select Committee's investigation of the insurrection against the United States, the attempted overthrow of our government to try to reinsert Donald Trump extra-constitutionally as president of the United States, we witnessed witness tampering, witness intimidation. We saw the text messages. So if Donald Trump is able to gain access to screenshots, he's likely able to get names, maybe phone numbers, and then a harassment campaign can start. This is all good news. And before anybody starts to troll and start talking about how this is taken away from Donald Trump's ability to wage a defense against these accusations, it is not. His lawyers have full access to this. They're able to put on a full-throated defense in this criminal case. But that's not what you're going to hear from conservatives. Most certainly, they're going to act like this is a partisan way to take the legs out from Donald Trump when this case will be fully and fairly adjudicated in court. Because Truth Social is not where this will be tried. The court is where it will be tried. And also it needs to be mentioned that Judge Juan Merchan is absolutely in no way, let me rephrase it, Judge Juan Merchan is absolutely known as a nonpartisan character. If there's a fair judge, it's him. But Donald Trump wouldn't have you believe that. Donald Trump's advocates and surrogates and messengers and bootlicking sycophants, they're not going to have you believe that. They're going to have you believe that this is a witch hunt and Donald Trump is being attacked, when Donald Trump is only being held accountable for his crimes. In this particular case, 34 accounts of felonies, falsifying business records and the like. This is just but one case. Anyway, all good news walking into a Tuesday. It's Tuesday, right? Yeah. Anyway, what do you think? I'd love to know. You can call. Leave me a brief voicemail. Please, one brief voicemail, not a string of voicemails. It makes listening to all the voicemails difficult. 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, as always, absolutely, daily at dollemore.com. Follow me on social media. I'd love to see you there. I am at Dollemore, as always, on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, anywhere there's social media. It's very likely that I'm at Dollemore. Very easy. When you have a goofy last name, it's even easier, I guess. And if you appreciate what I do and my goofy last name, you can support my work, help produce what I'm doing right here on my channel and my podcast. All of it is under one umbrella. The best way is to go to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. That's the best way. Give creators the better deal there. You can also do it right here on YouTube. You can click the join button below, become a channel member for $1.99 a month. Both those are great ways to support what I'm doing here. I love you guys. I appreciate you very much. Thanks for being dedicated to the proposition of democracy. Thanks for engaging with my content. I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.